All right, guys, there is a new Black Templars model for the first time in 16 years. 16 years. All right, so we are back here. I have a camera now, obviously, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna hopefully be doing more stuff like this, including video in our streams and our videos and things like that. So bear with us. We've got a few little growing pains to go with that. I've got to get a better setup. It's very sort of temporary right now while I figure out what's going to be a more permanent solution. But I wanted to try it out tonight, especially because we have some really awesome news to talk about and a lot of really cool stuff that is going to be coming up, it seems like. So, enough of that. We'll be we'll be talking more about that, but just bear with me if we have any technical issues with it, and hopefully we won't. So let's get into why we're here. There is a new Emperor's Champion model that Games Workshop premiered today. I know that I'm sure all of you have already seen it because you know I was at work when it happened, so that's why I'm not streaming till now. So I'm sorry to my UK viewers who are probably asleep by now. You guys will just have to watch the stream later on, tonight or tomorrow. I guess it'll be for you when you see this. It'll be on YouTube, and but yeah. So let's get into it. So let me bring it up here. So yeah, here is the GW page. I love that they used the old art. This guy is straight off of the old Black Templars Codex, which is really cool that they used it. Um, it's just such a classic piece of art, and I'm so happy that it's there. But enough about him. Let's look at the model, and there he is in all his glory. It's a really cool model. There's a lot of things to like about it. I'll go over all my thoughts and impressions and things like that. There's already a bunch of people who have talked about different things about the model, things they like, things they don't like. I'll kind of give my thoughts on what I've heard some of you folks say so far with it. Um, but the it's yeah, Slimothy. They kept the classic pose. I love it. Velcana cross-shaped hilt. I love the sword. Let me just tell you how much I love the sword. It is wicked cool that they incorporated the cross into it. It's awesome. It's not as thick as the original sword, but that is okay because it looks just as badass. And he's got it chained to his wrist as he should, which is really cool. So I love the chest plate. I love that it's bare, that there's nothing on it. The original one had nothing on it either. He did have a chain with a little cross on it to break up the sort of just the blankness to it. But honestly, I like it the way it is because that's going to give me an opportunity as a modeler, as a hobbyist, to put some decals on there, like a little Templar cross or some scripture or both, which is really really cool. So so yeah, so I think I think that it's going to be something that is going to be a lot of fun to build. I like that he's got the little beads here in his right hand. It has an Imperial Eagle on it, which I'll be definitely clipping off and putting a Templar cross on there. Um, Hobby idea, easy conversion here, guys. in the old Black Templar kit upgrade sprue, there is a bolter with something similar to that that has a cross hanging off the end of the bolter. It's really easy to clip that cross off. It would be really easy to glue it right there, which will be pretty cool. I also love that he has a lantern, which is amazing, and it looks very similar to the lanterns that we have on the old kit, which is sweet. Some people have mentioned the sword that they don't that they it looks like it's off center, and I see that, but I think that it could just be the image, the you know how they took the picture that makes it look that way. I don't think GW would have screwed up that badly to have the sword be off center. But yeah, the other thing, look at this art. Look how cool this art is. This is just classic uh, 40K art, and I love every bit of it. It's you got this guy in the background here with braziers on his backpack and a banner over here, and these Necrons are about to have a really bad day. This guy looks like he's already lost a hand, so his day is just going to keep getting worse. So yeah, yeah, Jordan. Like I said, the big empty chest screams out for a devotional script. I agree completely. Um, One thing that some people pointed out, they don't really care for um, so how he's sort of like showing the sword versus the other guy had the blade turned. I think that's going to be a really easy fix. Honestly, I'm probably going to um, just angle it down so he's pointing the sword outward. And I think that's how my other Emperor's Champion is. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It should be really easy to just angle his arm down a little bit so that he's pointing the sword instead of holding it up to say, "This is the sword." Yeah. So GW gave us some other close ups here. So nice close up. I love this helmet. It is really nice. It's got the cross on it. Some people complain that it was too similar to the Blade Guard Veterans helmet, but I don't think that it is. I feel like it has sharper angles. The Blade Guard, especially the visor piece, the Blade Guard, and maybe this is just paint on here. I don't know. Um, but the Blade Guard one feels like it's a little more rounded in this area, whereas this feels sharper, and I like that. Um, I am not a huge fan of the halo that they gave him. I feel like the laurels should either be on his head or not there, or this should be something different. But that's again a really easy, simple hobby fix. All those Blade Guard veterans have the halo on their back. I didn't care for that look for them, so I cut them all off. So I have a ton of extra halos like that are actual like iron halos, and the biker chaplain also has a piece like that that's sort of supposed to extend above his head. So I could use that as well, most likely. The ribbons, the seals on the back flowing in the wind are really awesome. And I love these gauntlets. It's just such a unique with a riveted connection right there. Really, really cool gauntlet piece there, and the elbow joint, just really gothic looking, which I think is awesome. Um, the shoulder pads. Some people have said, I wish they were different, but I appreciate the fact that these are uh, one thing that we have with our old shoulder pads from the Black Templars upgrade sprue is the cross is really, really pronounced. It's because, and that was just due to the modeling limitations that they had when they made them, what, 15 years ago or something like that. Whereas this is much more flat, much more you know, realistic, I guess. So I appreciate that. It's also a nod because we have a shoulder pad exactly like this in our upgrade kit, which is great. And then the shield thing is pretty cool too. Probably could take it or leave that. I like them. I think the tilt shields are cool. Some people don't like them. It should be pretty easy, I would think, to over cover that up or cover the hole that it takes up. And then here you can see the silhouette. Here's the old guy. Um, he's way bigger. Obviously, some people were saying it seems like that's not the right scale, but remember this guy's on a 25 millimeter base, and the new guy's on a 40. So the old Emperor's Champ is small. he's small. So so yeah, I think it's yeah, rational ginger. You're gonna replace one of the pauldrons. It should be easy enough to do. So I I think you totally could do it uh, without too much trouble. Um, I like the greaves too. That these are definitely the Primaris greaves, but I like how they've taken the knee pad and just sort of made it more of like a smooth transition versus the regular Primaris knee pads, which are very defined. So those are kind of my initial thoughts on this model. I'm really excited for him. I think he's really cool. He's really well done. He captures our feel and our look, I think, very well. Another thing that I think is a concern of mine is this piece right here underneath his, and it's not really a concern, under his chest, the tabard under his chest. It could just be a highlight, but it looks like a very sharp edge. If it is that way on the model, it'd be very easy to simply just sand it down so that it's not quite so sharp. But GW tends to very sharply highlight stuff, so it could be something like that. So so yeah. So overall, I'm really excited about this guy. Um, but that's not all GW did today. They also had a an article about Kill Team Octarius and how um, there's been a lot of recent discussion, especially revolving around once Indomitus happened, the Sisters box, the Beast Nagas box, where they sold out like almost instantly, and people missed out, and then they were on eBay for selling for double or triple the cost, which nobody likes scalpers, and GW seems to be listening, and they're going to make sure that if you want uh, the new Kill Team box, you'll get one. Even if you miss out on it, as long as you order it on pre-order weekend, you'll get a copy, which I think is great of them to do. Um, but that's not why this is important. What's important is something they said in here, which is really cool because down here, they said going forwards, we're looking for ways that we can make sure that you don't miss out on other awesome box sets too. So, if, for instance, there was a sweet new Black Templars launch box on the horizon, imagine that. Then that also sounds like the sort of box we'd want to make sure that you could all get your hands on. So, Black Templars launch box confirmed, which is going to be pretty sweet. Really looking forward to uh, being able to have a box of our own. I think that's really exciting. We weren't, I wasn't expecting a full box like that. I was expecting to get, some kits based on the rumors that we've heard from other folks, YouTubers, and things like that, that have said, the models that they've seen or that they've heard that are coming. I would imagine, and this is a launch box, so I would expect probably a special character in there, maybe this Emperor's Champion, probably the rumored Crusader, Primaris Crusaders, probably the rumored Primaris Sword Brethren unit, and then I don't know what else would be in there. So we'll just have to wait and see. It'll be pretty sweet either way. There'll probably be all the launch boxes thus far. Both Sisters and the Orcs one have come with a full cover uh, art codex. So it's just full cover or full art. Doesn't have the standard codex supplement at the top or whatever. It's just full art. Sort of like Indomitus did the same thing with the rule book. That's just full art. So you'll get an exclusive codex in there too, which will be pretty awesome. It also may be the way to get the codex supplement before the regular release. The way they're doing it with orcs, where you can't buy the regular codex right now. The only way to have gotten it initially was in the Beast Nagus box. So hopefully they release them at the same time, but if not, that's okay too. Um, I think, oh yeah, Rational Ginger, Cenobite Servitors, they're rumored as well. I imagine those will come with Grimaldus. So we will we'll have to see how they do that. I would like for them to package. It would be great if all of that was in the one box because we'd probably save some money on it. But I'm not expecting to get all the special characters because we're supposed to be getting Helbrecht, Grimaldus, obviously the Emperor's Champion, um, and the yes, Bob just chimed in. It's okay to confirm anything he has said. So Bob said that we're definitely getting obviously Helbrecht, Grimaldus, and his Cenobites, Primaris Sword Brethren, Primaris Crusaders. Um, Chapter Master Valrock has said that there is also an ancient and a generic HQ. Um, I don't know whether those will actually come to pass or not. He swears by them, but um, you know, I think the other things are more concrete. So so yeah, so this is great news. I'm really excited about this. I really love this model. Even if people, even if the Emperor's Champions, like, because right now he's not a super competitive take. Even if his rules don't change much and he's still more of just that solo guy, I may try to run him anyway just because I want to get this model on the table because he's really, really cool looking and it will be a joy to paint. So whenever this comes out, probably in the next few months, going by GW's past experiences when they release tease models. Usually, the first models teased come out a few months later or a few months early. Um, so I'm thinking, because based on orcs, I think orcs they started teasing orcs what a couple months ago. So it should be something similar to that. So so yeah, so we're probably only a few months away. And they also did say in this article at the bottom here, where is it? Stay tuned to Warhammer Community, where the faithful are sure to receive further blessings very shortly. Now we know GW. Soon is not in GW's vocabulary, or shortly, especially not very shortly. So that being said, I think their version of very shortly is probably in the next couple weeks. We're going to start to see more and more, teasers here and there as we get closer to it. So um, should be a good time. It's an exciting time to be a Black Templar player. That's all I have for you guys tonight. So thank you for joining us. If you're, especially if you're up late in the UK, thank you for joining us. I want to definitely also thank all of our patrons and all of our viewers. We do this for you guys. This is the reason we're here. Is exciting, fun, cool stuff like this. So you know, we love your support. And please, if you're watching this for the first time, if you've not heard of our channel, come check us out. We have a lot of great videos on Black Templars. Click that subscribe button so that you can get notified on all of our latest stuff. We have a Discord. Come check that out as well. Our Discord has grown tremendously in the last couple months, which has been great. I love all the activity on there. It's becoming a really awesome place to chat and talk Black Templars and stuff like that. So come check us out, and until next time, have a great evening, guys.